Hi and welcome from Directions. My name is Michael Hartmann from Companiel. I'm here together with Linas, also from Companiel, our Vice President for Technical Services. And so this is the end of day one. It's great to have almost 3,000 partners here in Hamburg. And I think we had a great day with a lot of content. Actually, the morning started with a very good keynote, I felt. Linas, what was your key sort of compelling takeaway from the keynote this morning?
Yeah. Hello everyone, greetings from Hamburg where the Directions is happening this year. So indeed we have had a very interesting keynote today. So one thing what I would take most probably out of this keynote, what triggered me, is the Power Automate Actions. Power Automate Actions is becoming the first, got the promotion to first class citizens in AL. So that is great. That will enable completely new experiences for the end users, how they can use these Power Automate Actions. So that was a thing I took from the keynote as one of the interesting announcements.
And it's actually quite interesting to see that the integration that Microsoft is now doing becomes real, because I think in the past every Directions, or at least the last few years, was like, okay, we integrate with Outlook a bit better and Teams might come. But this was the first time also the integration with Teams where I was like, okay, now it's becoming real.
Indeed, Microsoft just announced that there will be a new Teams applications for BC. So that will enable as well completely new experiences for the end users. So basically you will be able to expose the selected BC functionality within the Teams channel, and that will enable much better collaboration between the different teams or within the same team of the end customer. So that is great. That is a new experience, modern way how you use the ERP system together with the productivity suite. So that's one. Maybe an important thing to add here is that partners will be able to expose not only the standard BC functionality, but as well they will be able to expose the custom functionality they have created themselves. So that is another great news we have here today.
And I think what I also like, what I've seen is that Microsoft is getting more and more invested in helping partners to build capacity, right? And capacity, of course, Microsoft cannot create young people to come to Dynamics, but they can provide functionality that helps partners to have more capacity. And I think we saw some good examples of that as well today, right?
Indeed, indeed. I was actually surprised a lot. Microsoft just announced a new onboarding framework for how the new applications on top of BC should be onboarded. So that new framework, what at least Microsoft is saying, should enable us or end customer basically to deploy new applications on Teams instead of doing that in 2-3 days, now in 5 minutes. I was really excited hearing that news. That should be a game changer in how customers are deploying the new applications on top of BC.
Yeah, so I think we had a great day. We also had a roundtable with some of our partners, together with Toby Bowers and Mike Morton. We discussed a bit sort of how can we expand Business Central in the SMB space. One thing that I found quite interesting in that conversation was AppSource. Where you could say it's both, like it's an opportunity but also a challenge, because the challenge that many partners are now seeing is because you have so many apps in AppSource for Business Central. Actually, Business Central is leading the Microsoft products in terms of application available in AppSource. But that means that a lot of customers are going to AppSource, they see a certain product and say, oh yeah, this is great. Then they go back to their partners and saying like, hey, I want this. And then the partner needs to test, and then the partner needs to... And so I found that was a very lively discussion together with Microsoft to see how we can basically curate content on AppSource so that partners don't, or the customers see not only a lot of choice, but they also know which are the ones that they, that partners can rely on. So I think that was also a good discussion to have.
Perfect.
So I think with that we have, just touched the surface on some of the things that happened today. We had also great sessions, also from Companiel, I think. And with that, we are going now to the reception later on for Women in Dynamics, where we are also a sponsor, and we have sponsored a leadership award. So looking forward for that. And then we come back tomorrow with the second day of Directions in Hamburg.
And maybe one thing to add, guys, I know that maybe not all of you were able to come to Hamburg to participate in the EMEA Directions event. So if you want to hear more about what has been announced in EMEA Directions event, please come to our website, register, and you will get a summary of the event. After the event, we will summarize all the news, all the great announcements we have heard, and you will be able to get it and read and understand better what has been announced.
Great. Thank you. See you tomorrow.